World of Warcraft Classic Vanilla has always held a special place in the hearts of MMO gamers. It's a timeless video game that MMO players find themselves drawn back to, and considering that it was originally released 20 years ago with the relaunch of Classic servers in 2019, it still remains a testament to the enduring appeal of the MMO market. Even now, Classic servers are still available for anyone to play, and they have maintained a consistent and healthy player base over the years. But these servers have also been around for a while now, and with Blizzard recently celebrating its 30th anniversary by announcing fresh Classic servers that will eventually progress to the Burning Crusade. You might be wondering, is it worth it? Should you invest the time and effort to rebuild all of the progress you have already made? Or is Blizzard simply repeating the same formula? If you have already played Classic Vanilla WoW for years, experienced everything that it has to offer, and don't feel like diving into the same content again, that's completely understandable. On the other hand, if you missed the 2019 relaunch of the Classic servers and want to experience the thrill of starting fresh in the early zones alongside other players, that is also valid. There's always been a divide among the community. Some players want to see more new content added to the Classic experience, while others hold on to the nostalgia, keeping an era alive that refuses to fade away. But regardless of where you stand on the fresh servers or Classic WoW as a whole, there's one key reason why I and many other players will still be playing the same game. And that's because Classic Vanilla WoW is not pay to win. If you look at any of the top MMOs on the market today, especially those that are displayed on the screen right now, almost all of them have one thing in common: microtransactions. Old School RuneScape, a fantastic game and one of my all-time favorites, has old school bonds you can purchase with real money, which can then be exchanged for in-game gold. Throne and Liberty, a South Korean MMORPG, was released in the West loaded with microtransactions, including battle passes, leveling passes, and a real money currency that can be used in the auction house. Final Fantasy XIV features an online store offering a variety of items, mainly cosmetics and skins, but also level boosts or jump potions like the Tales of Adventure, which allows players to skip significant portions of the story and content. World of Warcraft Retail includes microtransactions that provide direct benefits, such as level boosts, store amounts with perks, and WoW tokens that can be exchanged for in-game gold. Guild Wars 2 offers a gem system where players can purchase gems with real money and exchange them for gold. Players can also buy quality of life items that directly impact character progression. Classic WoW stands out as one of the only games among these top MMOs where the game developers themselves aren't offering any microtransactions with in-game advantages. If you open the in-game shop, the only thing you will find is a realm transfer, and that's about it. It's an MMO you can play and enjoy with just a monthly subscription. No tokens or gold for sale, no XP boosts, no battle passes, none of the advantages that many other games seem to provide. And so you may ask, why is that so important to me personally? Why does it matter so much that the game developers themselves aren't offering these kinds of services to their own player base? Well, it's because of the journey. Deathnell, the starting zone of Terracephal Glades, is where your first adventure begins if you choose to play as an undead, and for each zone that you visit in the world of Azeroth, you have the opportunity to build your character and make progress all the way to level 60. But for many of us, it's not just about reaching level 60 or completing the grind, it's about how fulfilling and rewarding that grind feels. If I'm playing an undead priest, knowing there's plenty to accomplish without any shortcuts or easy options, I will likely be more motivated to keep grinding and look forward to what's next. Even if the process can feel repetitive at times, it's still satisfying because of the challenge that it provides. It's also not just about the progress you make on your own while playing Classic WoW. It's about the memorable moments and experiences you share with other players in an MMO. The social status and reputation you build along the way is appealing to a lot of players, and being able to visually showcase your achievements to others is an amazing feeling. Whether it's your PvP rank or the armor you have worked hard to collect, other players can inspect and admire your progress, giving weight and meaning to everything you have accomplished. And unfortunately, none of that holds the same value in a game where microtransactions with in-game advantages exist. There's obviously a spectrum regarding how impactful those advantages are, but the bigger they become, the more they undermine the respect and recognition players earn through time and effort. When progress can simply be bought, it strips away the sense of accomplishment and the value other players place on your achievements. One of the greatest players to ever exist in Old School RuneScape was a guy called Zezima, and for one simple reason: he used to be the leader of the high scores back in the good old days. Everywhere he went in the game, he would have people following and messaging him all the time. No matter what the circumstances were, he would have a fan base and a social reputation simply because of the amount of hard work and effort he put into Old School RuneScape. And because there was no microtransactions back then, chances of him cheating in the game would be very minimal. If I log into Old School RuneScape right now and inspect some of these players, what I want to say to this guy is, wow, you have really cool gear. But I don't feel like saying that anymore because chances are this guy might have purchased old school bonds from the RuneScape store and in turn exchange it for in-game gold to buy that gear. Let's just say I'm wrong about this, right? That player may have grinded for hours and put in the effort to acquire those weapons and armor. And to be fair, he still has to level up in order to equip that gear. But with access to more money, eventually it becomes easier to achieve. And it creates this weird and shallow feeling of not knowing who to respect anymore. There's always that comment people make when discussing pay-to-win advantages in video games. What about purchases made outside the game, like buying gold or accounts from third-party websites? If an individual player chooses to break the rules by purchasing gold or services from third-party websites, they're actively undermining the integrity of the game. It's not always the game's design itself that is enabling pay-to-win. It's a player making the choice to go outside the boundaries of the game's terms of service. And this behavior comes with a real risk, such as a permanent ban on your account. There's a huge difference here, because when a game developer or publisher chooses to implement microtransactions with in-game advantages, they are essentially telling you that they have prioritized profits over creating a rewarding and enjoyable experience for players. I mean, sure, every company wants to make money, right? But at what cost? Reputation, integrity, and potentially hurting the long-term health of the game. Blizzard, for example, has faced heavy criticism over the years for offering numerous paid services across their games, which has led people to not want to respect them anymore. As much as I personally dislike what Blizzard has done over the years, they're not offering me any shortcuts here. They're making me work for it, and I can genuinely only appreciate that. Now, let me be clear. I'm not here to shame anyone for choosing to spend money on these games. It's your money and you're 100% in control of how you choose to spend it. But we have to be honest about what microtransactions bring to the table. These systems inherently create a gap between those who spend money and those who don't. And that's really the main reason why I will continue to play fresh classic WoW. I mean, obviously the game itself is incredible, possibly the best in the genre if you ask me. But what makes it even better is knowing that we will all start together from level 1, and that we will be playing the game as it was meant to be played. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I am planning to stream the game once it comes out, so whether it be PvP, hardcore, or PvE, let me know what you guys have to say, and I'm looking forward to read it. Well, that's about it, soldiers. I am out.